All right, we live. What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Here, doing what we do. Black Lightning Matters podcast. What's up, y'all, man? This is Black Lightning Matters, a podcast talking about Black Lightning and why he matters and if he still does.
Wait a minute. Black Lightning Matters? I thought this was the new Kung Fu show, review show that we no, we're not reviewing Kung Fu.
No, well, I mean, we can, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So that trailer for Kung Fu was not... Bro, all right, so we here, man. We here. Season 4, the farewell season, episode 6. I am your co-host, Rain Coleman, the Carefree Blur, Carefree Black Nerd, and I have with me, like I do every week...
Hey, my name is Cole Jackson, the other co-host of the Black Lightning Matters podcast, where we give you the up and up on what's happening in Freeland today.
Yes, indeed. WQRZ. Yeah, you did it, Martin. You did it. So, make sure when you're listening to this episode, when you're watching us live, when you're indulging in your Black Lightning media, you use that hashtag BLMPod. Let us know that you're listening. Let us know that you're out there. Let's make this a conversation. Cole.
Wait, hold on. Please remember, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like our show so we can get some numbers up there. Run those numbers up, folks. Share with your friends because we like to share. Sharing is caring, and we understand how people can share.
Yes. Run the jewels. Yes, all that. He said it. You heard it here first, y'all. So we're on what we later found out was the finale. Because if you guys were watching last night along with us, this was, hey, Black Lightning will be back on April 12th. That is a month and a half. No, it's a month from now. That's about 3 weeks from now. But like,
that's a month.
Where did that come from? It was just like, okay, so episode 6 came and went.
Oh my God.
Really quickly, the Book of Ruin, chapter 2, I'm going to butcher this, Theseus' ship. Yeah, I think that's it. Jefferson crosses the line with Lynn. Anissa shares some important news. Tobias makes a surprising move, bars. So, what...
That's his surprising move.
Had to be. What's up, man? Take it away.
Like we talked about on the pregame, I am now just watching to watch the train crash into the station now. Yeah. That's where I am with it. This episode was actually handled better than I expected. I did go into this episode a little hot because last week I was really upset. I was mad because of what happened with China McClain. I've always had that rant. And I went in with expectations being I was gonna be judgmental.
Okay.
The show was average at best. But on my good and bad, I actually got a nice number of good things. So but the show was a mediocre show this week.
Okay, so to kind of set the mood before we get into the good, bad, ugly, and whatever, I want to play a clip from early in the episode. For those of you who are not caught up, spoiler alert, of course, and if you don't care about spoilers, pretty much we found out that they have Aunt Viv'd, China,
Judy Winslow, not Judy Winslow.
Well, I'd say they're Aunt Viv just because they switched out with another actress. And I'm going to show you the immediate reaction. So, here we go.
Where's Jennifer? Where's my daughter?
What do you mean? Dad, it's me. I'm Jennifer.
Wait, what happened to you, Jen?
I don't know. 1 second I was flying, and the next I woke up here. What's going on?
What is this, Gamby?
What did we do?
Gamby, what is this? Where's Jennifer? I don't know. There must have been some kind of mistake. What, mistake? What do you mean mistake? Where is Jennifer?
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on?
All right. But don't freak out.
Very dramatic. This is a horrible family. Oprah gift. This is a terrible family. These people are horrible. So those of you in podcast land, of course, we've realized that now Jen she looks entirely different. She's played by a whole new actress. What
Laura
you just heard,
Karaoke.
Okay, cool. Shout out to Laura. You did what you did.
Excellent.
You did. Yes.
That's on my good. Well, when we get into it,
okay, yeah, but no. But let's go ahead and get started. So pretty much that's what happened, y'all. The family found out she was a different Jen and scene.
Yeah. Good side. Good. Let's go with the good stuff right now.
Okay.
I enjoyed JJ. Her new name is JJ. The actress's name is Laura Karaoke. I think she did a very good job. I don't know how a lot of other people feel about her, but I enjoyed it. I've watched this episode. So typically, let me give you guys a little peek behind the curtain. I usually watch the episode 3 times. I watch it the night that we live tweet. I usually watch it during work because I work from home. And then I'll watch it one more time right before the show so I can just kind of be up to date, get my notes together and everything like that. When I first started last night of clearly we was live tweeting and I really didn't get a nice feel for her performance or the feel for being this actress, her acting. But watching it, like I said, up to my 3rd time, I really enjoyed what she brought to the show. I think she did a very good job. I think her being the new Jen or being JJ or whatever they want to call her, it works. It works for me. I can't really talk about the chemistry with some of the other actors because they were mostly kind of I think they were afraid she was gonna dunk on him because she can hoop now. She is like
out of here, man.
She can hoop. She is their way out of the ghetto. She is their way out of the mean streets of Freeland. She get that WNBA contract. She is going to ball out. I'm pretty sure she could take Jeff in a game of 21. I didn't even look at my poll. I put up a poll last night. Who was going?
Oh yeah, I didn't. I look at it either. Yeah, she probably good. He got a bad back and old knees. So yeah, she got him. That's on my good list as well. I actually really liked her and her performance. She was charismatic. I think that I'm not sure how much studying she's done, but a lot of the mannerisms and a lot of the way she said things, when I looked at her, I saw China. I saw Jen's, and I have to probably sit with it a little bit longer to be sure I'm not just projecting, my old thoughts of Jen onto her. But from what I can gather from me watching a few times, I did feel like she did a good job at least giving you a well-rounded Jen. I think, especially with her in the lab with her mother, and then her with the scene with Anissa, a lot of, she really gave me Jen in those moments at the least. So yeah, I liked her as well. Kudos.
Yeah. I think she did a great job. I can't wait till we actually get some. Well, it'll be a month before we'll find out if she really fits into the cast or not. Because, like I said, some of the scenes, she did have. I think her and TC. I like the scenes with her and TC. I thought the scenes with her and TC were really good. Yeah. So I think she did a very good job. I thought everything that the people that she did interact with, I think they did a very good job. I think she did pretty good.
Even though it was weird, her and Grace, I was like, okay, it wasn't a whole lot to play off of, but her in that scene, you didn't like her?
I didn't like the scene.
Well, even with you not liking the scene, did you like JJ's performance? Oh shit.
The scene didn't make sense to me. I mean, no. I understand why she did it because she's a shapeshifter, but Jen's not a shapeshifter. Okay, maybe I'm not understanding this whole thing. She's not a shapeshifter. She just put her energy in somewhere, and this is the first time that this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't sit here and just be like, well, being a shapeshifter. I'm like, no, chick, she just everything kind of just got crazy. It was just some wacky day in Freeland.
But my headcanon is that because Jen was absorbed into Jefferson, she came out looking as like in my head. I'm like, all right, she came out reconstituted as Jefferson. That's what makes it make sense to me.
So here's the thing. I'm glad we're talking about this. So this is on my good list, but I have a question mark next to it. Okay. How did you feel about how they explained her coming back the way she looked?
I didn't like it because it wasn't like, oh, she went up, particles did whatever they did, came back down, and was like reconstituted into this other form. That's one of the things that makes me feel like they didn't really plan out this season, because I would be willing to accept that if you had to lay some breadcrumbs throughout the first few episodes, or even if it was like, because hell, at this point, Black Lightning's lightning can be a shield, can be a whip, can be handcuffs, can be a sex toy, can be a hat. You can give me whatever you want. That's what they've been doing. But if you had to set up like, she's maybe they did when they made her hand. Was her hand black or something?
Dark, her hand kept shining.
I don't know.
Like the light was breaking through her hand.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if they had to set some groundwork, like, over this last year, her lightning has been like increasing melanin. I don't know, some kind of way. It's comic booky. You can make it make sense. I don't think they put in the work for that payoff.
I don't agree with that. I feel like they scienced it off. They scientifically did it. Like they basically was like, oh, but if the atoms do this, and then like they scienced their way through that. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. Fuck it. They build that science guy their way through it. And
but even if that's the case, what I'm saying is there was nothing beforehand. Like, to me, this is like a retcon that you just decided to just change some shit. This ain't something you planned for. So even if we're going to accept the science, this science is brand new. We have never, ever once in the entire run of this show experienced anything similar to this, or something where you could be like, oh, Lynn did inject her with such and such, like that. So to me, even though it makes sense in this episode, it's still like, what the fuck is this? I'm
assuming you didn't like it.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. I'm still fine with it. I like JJ. They did it and it happened. We know this is who we have going forward, but I didn't like the explanation.
Interesting. I went with it. I was like, I said, you know what? I was like, if you're gonna science your way through it, which that's what they did, I was like, I can deal with it. I'll deal with it. Like, I don't think it was. I think the performance of the actress was good enough for me to kind of throw it to the side.
Oh yeah, no.
You're not. I think you being the detail-oriented person that you are, and not being satisfied with nothing.
But see, it's not even that. This came out of nowhere, and I get we have like this hodgepodge of a fourth final season, but for this to be the final season, they really showing they about to show they ass. Like they showing that they really. A lot of these details make no goddamn sense. They don't feel like you care about the show,
right?
To me,
right.
I'm fine with the explanation. It didn't stop me from enjoying the show. I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed JJ, all of that. But I still was like, yeah, this you would do better saying like TC was like she absorbed the uniform, and because she was so far away from the sun. Like I don't know. I just didn't. It's a no for me though. Oprah.
It's fine. That's fine.
So, yeah.
Look, stop your Oprahing, okay? Stop that. I'm not the royal family. So then why didn't it? Oh wait, we saved the comments till the end of the show, everybody. So we'll read your comments later.
Yeah, we're gonna read them.
You controlling the comments. So you
just did that. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like.
I wish they would have explained her hooping skills too, because man, when she get the WNBA contract, bro.
Man, just because she tall, bro.
Starting 5, and I'm pretty sure that jumper is flames. Okay. So, the next thing that I enjoyed, and by the way, if y'all want to give me some applause, you can go ahead and give me your hand claps. Tobias Whale is running for mayor, and I cannot wait till that nigga gets elected. I called it.
You did call it. That was interesting. I still don't understand. This still makes no sense. Now, this ain't nothing for me to be like nitpicking over, but like, how do you just decide that you like
somebody got to run?
Is there not a second in command? Like who? Like
Brunch Gay is dead.
Yeah.
Brunch Gay was second in command. He's dead now.
Yeah, you're right. But shoot, okay. But no, I'm for it. I'm all for it. I'm interested to see if he's just going to rise up and be mayor, or if they're going to have him actually run against someone. I mean, we only have 2 episodes left, so I don't think that can be the case. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Honestly, I like Tobias. I like that we've seen him for 3 seasons doing all this evil, underhanded shit, and then now, again, flipping public opinion and making him to be the good guy. I like because you can't fight that. Chris is like, y'all not on the same. Y'all didn't play the same game. I like that.
They took a chapter out of Lex Luthor's playbook with this one. I called it. I knew that's where they was going. Ever since I seen the way Tobias was acting from the beginning of the episode, beginning of the season, I was like, he's Black Lex Luthor, and now he's running for mayor, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get elected. And now we're going to get to see political Tobias in action, and I like it. I can't wait to see some of the underhanded stuff that he's going to do. He's already started by giving the police these guns.
I think these are the same guns from Cold Dead Hands from that Black Lightning limited series that came out right before the first season. I think these are those same guns.
Right.
And that's what he did in that book too. And I'm fine with it. I'm just upset because we're getting this now in the final season. This would have been a great fucking season 2 or 3 plot. But man, so I'm excited, but I hope they do this justice. I
think that they will, especially with some of the stuff that happened later on in the episode, which we'll get to. But I really feel like they are. I feel like Tobias has been consistent. I think we had 1 episode where he was just like the mustache twirling villain. He was like, I'm gonna get you. But he's been very calculating. He's probably been one of the only consistent characters on this show.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, since he's about to rise to power, I think this is. I mean, I honestly cannot wait to see how this works out. I am super excited about it.
I think he might be murdered. I think he might die at the end of the season.
Who gonna kill him?
Black Lightning. Like, that's the only thing that really makes sense is that you go through. He can't fight.
Jeff was barely winning in the doggone in the freaking Fight Club.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like out of all the stuff we've been through, him being the big bad of every season, it would probably just make sense if Jefferson killed him. I hope not, but I feel like that's the only way that you can really button up this whole series and be like done. So
he can't even beat Marcel. What's the dude
name?
He
can't beat Wendy. You remember Wendy? Little Storm, Baby Storm.
That was his last win.
No. I like Tobias as well. I really enjoyed the fact that WandaVision and Black Lightning are in the same universe.
Yeah, help me with this, because I see you posted on Twitter. Yeah. And I was like, what are you talking about? Now
Theseus' ship. I think I'm saying that correctly. That was, spoiler alert for all of you who haven't watched WandaVision, like, I don't know, skip forward a few seconds. But that was the final battle.
You can't skip.
I mean, cover your ears. I'll put my finger up when I'm done. So that was the final battle between Vision and White Vision. And that's the name of this episode. And we got the same kind of parallel with the new Gen. And when White Vision left out through the library ceiling, he was on his way to Freeland. So I'm waiting for him to come down.
You will connect any dots, won't you? You will connect any dots.
I don't care, man. They're in the same universe. So they might not be in the Arrowverse, but he definitely in WandaVision verse. and Westview ain't that far from Freeland.
Stop.
You know, if you can fly,
you gotta stop.
No, but seriously though, I did enjoy Tobias. I did enjoy JJ. I enjoyed TC and Gamby. I feel like at this point that goes without saying. They both separately and together have some of the best or strongest scenes, at the very least, acting wise. TC to me feels like a kid. He feels like he's really excited and happy to help. And Gamby really fills out that spy, espionage, uncle role.
You keep reading my notes. So that was the wait. I don't know if you got something turned up or something. I keep hearing a little bit of an echo. Who knows? My next thing, Gammy's storyline is probably one of the better storylines in this season.
It should have been.
He's sitting here trying to stop guns. He's also sitting here getting some booty every week.
Every week. Yes.
Every week he gets some booty. That lady's horny. She is real horny.
And they showed the progression too, like the dating, the meet cute, so this is one of the strongest storylines. Like, I don't know if there's like a romance fan in the writer's room, but they're like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I've been studying like romantic novels and like the structure, and I can see all the plot points. So yeah.
I mean, he's using her for all intents and purposes too, though.
Well, she's using him too. She's lying to him too. So I'm all for Mr. and Mrs. Gamby, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Do what you're gonna do.
I think Gamby's character has been super consistent. I think his storyline with trying to, because he, in all intents and purposes, what he's doing is he's trying to disrupt these guns, these DEGs going out. He's also trying to stop this company that his girl. Is this his girlfriend? I guess
I'm gonna just say yeah.
He keep hitting every week, so they must go together.
Lauren, yeah.
So he keep hitting Lauren every week. So, but like he's trying to disrupt everything that her company is doing, on top of trying to stop the DEGs, on top of still maintaining the Gamby cave. I mean,
and raising TC.
Yeah,
he's
on his past stuff like hard, and I like his storyline so far, because he's really trying to shut all this stuff down undercoverly, but covertly, I guess is what you were saying. And I like it.
Yeah, it's making me mad that the rest of the season is what it is, because it feels like if you can do Gamby, though I know it's a B plot, and so it's probably less. No, because you still got to wrap stuff up. I feel like we could have gotten that same level of story with the main story. They don't have to be spies, but you can see the care that's put into Gamby's story. Because honestly, if you cut out all of Gamby's scenes with Lauren and with TC from the first 6 episodes and put them together like in a YouTube clip or something, it reads like its own show, and it doesn't really affect the other stuff, you know. So I really wish with this show they had have taken the time to kind of do what Marvel did with their movies, where like you have a spy movie with superhero casing, or you have a heist movie with superhero, because I feel like with Gamby, their strengths are showing, and it's kind of unfortunate, you know.
Well, I think that the story is going well. The whole thing with Gamby's getting these secrets from this woman, especially with these gifts he keeps giving her, and she's just like, "Oh, Gamby, I'm so horny after you give me these gifts. Come on, man. This is a secret room where we can have sex all day long."
That was the set from season 1 where the pod kids was. Like, that's not. Did you notice that?
Oh, it was some kids going around there.
Grow up.
Somebody called some kids.
Shut up, man. Yeah, but no.
Somebody called some kids. And I think it was Gammy's girlfriend. I
like her. I do like her. Even though I know she's gonna stab him in the back and he gonna stab her in the front. I like her.
Okay, so she's gotta find out that he's doing this undercover stuff.
I think she already know.
That's why she keep giving him booty?
No, you remember when he showed her that, was it Chinese checkers, whatever that game was?
Parcheesi, who knows?
But she hesitated and he got a little nervous, and she was like, "Oh, Gamby is beautiful, such and such." And I was like, "No, she she knows something is up with this. Like, I think she know, man. I think she know.
I don't know. I don't think that she does. I think Gammy's still playing it cool. Plus the simple fact that Gammy was like, "Oh no, girl, you know, it's me, baby.
it's Peter, baby.
It's the Gam. It's the Gam, homie.
It's Sonic. What's that Bruno Mars group? It's Sonic.
Sonic, baby.
So, no, but I think that either she knows or she is also playing him and she doesn't know. Some kind of way, I think they're both playing each other. I don't think she's just like, "Oh, I love you, Peter." No, she playing him too.
No, I think she just love him.
Tell me you can't play him, man. I think she playing.
She just love him. She was like, "Let me take off this. Oh, I got something for you. Here's my unbutton my shirt."
Yeah. Boy, yeah.
She's just horny.
She stepped off the stage of Waiting to Exhale. She's definitely into some stuff. So, what else is on your good list?
That was really all I had. We really talked about the TC and JJ scene already. Well, no, let me go back to that scene. I enjoyed everything they showed, the little montage of people like, "Oh, like lightning, you did all this," except for the lightning dance.
I didn't
don't know what they was thinking in. I guess that's how people think TikTok.
I think it was TikTok. I think it was
that ain't how TikTok worked.
The TikTok dances. I think they probably couldn't use TikTok for real. And it was definitely the wrong mode or whatever. I didn't like. That's the one scene with TC that I didn't like. I think he acted well, but I didn't like that. I get the point of the scene. I was like, Jen has been gone for like a day. Where was all this video when Jen was here?
Well, I think a lot of that happened, you know, when he started up her social media when she was Jennifer.
I can accept that. My issue with TC with this episode is Jefferson, she's like, "Okay, I have to stay home. I don't want to be in the way." He's like, "Man, fuck that. The Jen I know wouldn't do that." And then when he convinces her, she's like, "All right, I'm about to go." He's like, "Wait, no, you got to stay home." I was like, "Wait, but this
that goes with his character."
No, that was weird because we're talking about this specific scene where you're like, "Hey, go off and do this."
Right.
And in this very same scene, you convince her, you're like, "Man, don't do that." TC, why are you here? If you go. So whatever. It was still cool, but I was like, this is more on the show than it is on the actors. Because that to me falls in line where it's like the continuity is off the board.
You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop. You gotta stop, Rain. You always want to go. You want to put it on the show more than you do.
But it's the lines because it's the lines. The lines are black and white that they were told to read. The show did that. So the show did.
Some of these actors on here are bad, and that's just what it is.
No. I'm fine with that. Yeah, they could be terrible. But what I'm saying is the actual words. I don't care. Like his acting, I don't care about that. It's the words in that scene. The fact that at the beginning of the scene, you hyping her up to not follow the rules of her parents, and then when she does it, then you're like, "Oh man, don't do that." That's weird to me. This is the very same scene. This ain't even the next day.
Yeah, I got you. So
I'm fine. If they're bad, they're bad. But
more times than not, you stick up for some of these actors on this show, and you're just like, "Well, some of these writers," and I'm like, "Nah, some of that is acting."
Man, when it's black and white
acting,
man, when it's the words they've been paid to read, it's like this is weird. You could be a shitty actor, you could be a Viola Davis, and it still would be weird.
I don't know. We go back and forth on that anyway. Before I get into the bad part, this is more of a gray area for me on the show. I want to just go ahead and get it out of the way. I didn't want it to be the last thing we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this Breonna Taylor situation that they pulled on the show. Like one side of me kind of gets it. Like they're trying to show how, because they had the no warrant, being able to do no warrant knocks and all this other stuff and everything, and kind of trying to give us an understanding of what's going on in society right now. Personally, and I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Personally, I think we could have done without it this episode.
Yeah, we most definitely could, especially because it wasn't a real scene. It was like a dream sequence. this show has constantly addressed police brutality and some of the more darker elements of a particular sect of the community in their life.
Right.
So that goes with the territory. But I found myself watching that scene being honestly upset. And
yeah, me too.
To me, it felt like, what is the point? And now, in the grand scheme of things, knowing that this show will be able to be streamed fully, I get that, because then, you know, people ain't watched it, they can go back to it or whatever. And I get being topical. I don't think that that's inherently bad, but I think the execution was really bad.
Yeah.
And I don't like it was a lot of intense visuals that we already get on TV. And I'm not making a case for or against this particular part, but to have those two white cops come in their house, I was like, this feels very Spike Lee, like, this is the good guy, this evil white pizza owner is the bad guy. Like it was so it felt intense and it felt unnecessary, because you've handled these situations before. Like, my mind always goes to the very first episode of the first season when Henderson was being interviewed, and it was like the Ferguson type of adjacent. Yeah, I was like, okay, that you're setting the scene for what the mood is. This was just like, look at all this fucking shit, deal with it. This is bad, but look at this, and then let's bring it back. Thank you, Black Lightning. You prevent. Like, what the fuck is this? I don't know, man.
I know they have a responsibility as a black show, and I know a lot of people don't see it this way, but I'm throwing it out here. As a black show, I think a lot of people feel like they do have a responsibility to use their platform to show what's going on in society.
Yeah.
On the other hand, this was very tacked on, and it was not really necessary. It felt like it was just added on, and it's like, let's just do something to talk about Breonna Taylor to say we did it.
But see, it was added on. Oh, go my bad. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it was tacked on. Like I said before, I understand with this being a black show, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, white shows don't do that. But with this being a black show, the platform that it has, I think a lot of times Black Lightning feels like they have to talk about social issues, and it's their responsibility to do that. The way it needs to be done, it should be done differently. This was very tacked on to me. This was very just added on, just to add it on. And
it didn't feel like it mattered. Like, if you were going to do that, push it and just roll with it. Why make this a dream sequence? Because at that point, you could have just cut it out. Just have all this shit happen. Just have it happen, and then do your own verdict of Breonna Taylor's situation, of how you as Black Lightning wanted it to turn out. Like, that could have been next episode, they got arrested, thrown in jail, and then wrap up the story. Not to diminish this actual true person's life, but if you're gonna throw this at us, lean all the way into it. You know, if you're gonna be campy and corny, and you got capes and electricity can be a shield, do that. If you're gonna do this, just lean into it. Just and I don't. So it's great for me as well. It's great for me as well.
Well, it just simply added on.
Yeah. It was.
You got any? Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it.
You got anything to add to the good side of this episode?
Honestly, even though this is on my bad list, now that I've looked a little bit more into the character, I liked Ishmael, but I didn't like Destiny. I don't think it was executed well, so that kind of leads into the bad. But I think this introduction of this character, it's like, all right, you know, if we gonna get this, we gonna get this. But I'm not 100% happy with the character. Like, I looked at his DC counterpart. I posted some pictures last night, and I was like, all right, you know, if you're gonna get back at a meta, get back at a meta with a meta. But let's take everything I said and go right into the bad, because that's on my bad list.
Why is this Negro ninja? Why is his suit baggy? Why he got a baggy? Why does he have a baggy suit?
Why he have this Desert Storm uniform?
You got a Negro ninja on the show. You got a Negro ninja on the show, and his suit is baggy as hell. It looks bad. I didn't like that. Was on my list. Is this Star Wars?
Yes, it's Star Wars and it's WandaVision.
So, and I think I'm being biased because you know, if you watch the pod or if you listen to the podcast on a regular basis, you know I love Lala. I think Lala is one of the better characters on the show. I enjoy him being a bad guy and everything. This fight was terrible. The setup was terrible. The shootout was terrible. The dipped in concrete was terrible. The baggy suit ninja was terrible. This was a horrible fight scene. It was terrible. Even the fight between Lala and Negro Ninja didn't work. He picked up a pipe and he moving slow, like, let me just get you with my pipe. Like, I can't do that. Get out of here, man.
No, I'm with you. I think the good for me is that regardless to how you feel about this show, they have really given us a plethora of black supernatural characters, regardless of execution. So we had Nigga Nightcrawler, we got Lala, we got Ishmael, we got,
Negro Ninja.
Negro Ninja. So I like that. But to your point, this felt rushed because when I saw
it was horrible
and Lala fighting, I was like, okay, they're gonna have a big battle at the end of this episode or in the next couple episodes. I was like, I don't like Destiny. It's nothing the actress has done. It's just the show. They haven't given us enough time with her. They showed her at the little Moulin Rouge bathhouse, and she was like, to me, she was the Devontae equal. She wasn't a Lala equal. So now that she's done all this stuff and the tables have turned, and now she's in the win. I don't like that. And then two, she's like, I got 4 more medals for you to kill. That's giving us hell. No, only one of them. That was Blackbird. I don't feel like the show has built up Destiny enough that I would. One, I'm not rooting against Lala. I don't care who he's fighting. And then two, I'm not invested in her. So I get what they were doing, but I feel like that was a fail because and why are these medals outside of Freeland? Just running around, assassinate Cutter, Nigga Nightcrawler, Negro Ninja, go. Oprah.
My problem with this is the fight choreography for this scene was horrible.
Yeah.
You name dropped the League of Assassins, of course. Oh, you trying to join the League of Assassins? You know they don't allow black.
Never heard of them. Not on this show. They've never come up. You could have name dropped them in the first episode and been like, the war over this last year, thanks to the League of Assassins, was the worst Freeland has ever seen. Then we at least have it in our head. I don't know.
And then they get this dude, he got to kill 100 medals to get in the League of Assassins. When they start doing, when did they have a quota? When did that happen?
Doing their job? If that's the point, I could do it. I could start my own league. I've killed everybody. What are you talking about? And then what they could have done, which would have made sense, if Brandon's not coming back and other metas, have him pull out a list and have them folks' names on there. I've gotten blah blah blah. But they ain't even thinking, man. Kill Grace. Kill Grace.
Kill who? Grace. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. This is not Star Wars. She's got a fucking a cement Lala hanging on her wall. I don't know what you're doing. This is stupid. This was dumb. You could have easily. They even said, I can't die. Lala was like, I can't die. So have him retreat and have this. They're wasting the 100. This could have been a even bigger. They could have had an even bigger battle later on if they would have kept him alive. I don't know how he gets out of this because nobody really like Lala unless Black Lightning saves him, which
Devontae. If Devontae saved him, I almost give y'all that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because that's why I think they the strongest.
But see, that's the thing. I'm at the point now where I don't understand what the 100 is doing. If there's even last time I checked, most of the 100 was in jail or dead
or on Lala's skin. Yeah, so
So who gonna save him? What are y'all doing?
Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. I don't know, man. This weird. it really is. I like the creativity with like killing Lala, but I don't like that they did this. This is weird because now where are you going from here? And who is this for? Is this for Lady Eve? And then you've given this man this list of like 4 more metas to kill, which is like, okay,
to meet his quota.
Which is, oh, why don't you stay here? I'll play you
here.
Whatever she said. I'm like, what is this? Destiny, who are you, man? What are you? So
you need to meet your quota, don't you?
But why are you here? Like, where are the League of Assassins that you're in Freeland killing metas? In Vancouver, there's a shit ton of metas you can kill.
Destiny did hire him. We do get that. She hired him for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that part. Like that part wasn't lost on me. She did hire him. So I.
And how are you proving that you're killing these metas? How we know you killed 96? Nigga, where's your list?
He said, "How you kill 96?"
Because you could be like, I went to Oklahoma and I went to Utah and I killed this meta who could grow corn. Like, okay, man. But no. I mean, I'm willing to accept it. I'm not. It's not lost on me. This is a good show. But
oh my god.
I'm just
Negro Nightcrawler needs to they gotta switch this up. He fix his suit. His suit too baggy.
yeah.
So I still okay.
Come on.
Let me not even beat around the bush. Anissa's the lamest person on this show. She's the lamest person I've ever seen in my life.
He's not.
I did not like her scene with her and JJ. I thought that was whack. I think the scene with her and Grace, where she's talking to Grace about like her different outfits and like, ooh, do you like this? She is like really lame.
I don't understand why either, because there's one thing about, let's say, not being a good actress. There's another thing where it's like maybe you're just not delivering the lines, they're not hitting. But even with the scene with her and JJ, I feel like JJ outacted her. I feel like JJ, that was the most cringy scene. It was
terrible. That cringeworthy. It was a terrible thing.
But I liked it because we get them sisters back together again. But I'm agreeing with you with Anissa. I don't think she's been pulling her weight to be the star or caliber of character that this show has built her up to be. And this whole 4 outfit change thing with Grace, it still to me leaves Grace as this shadow of their relationship. Like, you don't even get a say so in the 4 options. Like, I'm just give you these 4 options, which could be romantic, but for all the things that Anissa has done through the life of their courting and marriage, it's all been self-centered and it's all been one-sided. So I was just like,
well, for me, man, it's really more past the relationship part of it. Like the beginning of the episode when she was with Jen and trying to comfort Jen a little bit, or like, I got you and all this other stuff. Like, none of it is believable to me. And it's like that the part where she was spending time with her sister, that felt really, it was boring. It was boring and lame and stupid. Even when they were trying to go through the different movie quotes and stuff like that, it was just
that was crazy.
It was whack. It was lame and stupid.
But that's how a lot of their scenes have been, though.
But like
the sisters, not.
Can we get to? I'm just kind of like ready to push Anissa out of the show. Like, get her. I don't even want to see her when the season come back, because now, well, no, when the season come back, that's when we're gonna get her in the Painkiller backdoor pilot.
But we don't know that.
No, he's gonna show up and meet them during their honeymoon. Stop doing this, Rain. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing what you're doing. He's going to see. That's the first person he's going to see. She is on the backdoor pilot of Painkiller show. And I'm just not with it. I'm sick of Anissa. I'm sick of her being lame. Her whole thing about trying to be sick. The kissing scene, the scene where her and Grace are embracing each other, was the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. She was just like, "Oh, babe," and then Grace is like kissing on her neck, and she's just like, you getting a little too okay."
Shut up, man.
Chill out. And then she's like, "Ooh, babe, let's go upstairs. I'm gonna get some of that tonight."
But I don't, and honestly, I don't get this because in season 1, though it may have still been a little awkward, they had, I think, a better story, a better love story in season 1. Like with the whole library comic book, the gay bar, the ex coming back, and like I feel like they have more to do. At this point, Grace could be swapped out with any other person, and it's mainly because she's not.
It's not Grace.
She's not integral to the plot. Like, yeah, I don't know. Even the conversation with Anissa talking to Jen about the wedding, and this excuse that, I don't know if she's going to be stressed and revert back to a leopard. What are you talking about? How fair is that to your wife? Why not have this conversation with your wife? This is one of my concerns. Let's talk about this. That's the reason why you ain't told your family? That's such a weird, that does not track with the rest of the seasons that we've gotten so far. That doesn't even, we all were in Markovia fighting Gravedigger as a unit. Now all of a sudden a year passed and people forgot we were a lesbian couple together for years. What is it's the logic ain't logicking. It's not. It's weird. So I mean, I'm with you.
No, I'm just done. And then just knowing that she's gonna be on a part of the backdoor pilot for Painkiller. I'm just like, well, you guys are starting this show off with a bang. Look at that.
Really, you are. I'm with it though. I get you.
It's just bad. It's very bad, and I'm just not feeling it. And I just think that let's just get rid of her character for a little while. Like just her and Grace can go off on their honeymoon and do whatever, but the honeymoon's gonna get interrupted by Painkiller, so who cares? And then we get more awkward kissing on the neck and ooh, baby, let me just take you up. Gamby and what is it, Lauren? Lauren? They got better chemistry and better loving scenes. Let me go to my next shit.
Okay.
I'm sick of it.
Yo, he's sick of it. He's sick of it.
I'm sick of it, man.
Comment below.
So my last thing, man, and I wanted to save this for last anyway.
Okay.
Jefferson Pierce is an asshole.
Yes.
He was the worst to me. He was the worst part of this episode because he was not even his character in this episode. I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man.
Right. I wouldn't know a thing. Yeah, I agree.
He was a jerk talking about who is this? What is this? What's going on? He was a jerk to JJ. He didn't even want to spend time around her. And I'm like, that's not Jefferson. I don't think Jefferson Pierce would act that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we can't blame it on, his best friend dying no more. Like we passed that.
Because you didn't lost your mind. Well, go ahead. Finish.
I mean, we can't blame it on Henderson anymore. Like we're past this now. I just don't get. He was avoiding her. He was treating her like she had some type of sickness,
like leprosy or something. Yeah.
And then, for all intents and purposes, he pimping his wife. What I need for you to do, you need to do this. You've been taking drugs. You might as well go out there and say
man.
But that's not him. Even though he has this vendetta against Tobias and he wants to get rid of Tobias, he wouldn't do that. That is so out of his character to me.
I agree. That can't possibly be you when you saw Lynn and Tobias having dinner and you turn around and walked away. There's no way that this is the same. Now I'll give you this. If the way he was acting in this episode, he had started off acting in episode 1, then I think there would be cause for it because now this year has changed him.
Right.
But this ain't even something episode 1, season 4 Jefferson would have done.
Right.
It was very disgusting. It was a poor excuse, especially when you made so much traction or you made so much progress with him and his grief about Henderson and then kind of making a change. And like I thought that we were kind of over the hill. Then we get this. This was disgusting.
It was fucked up, man.
Yeah, this whole
Even
your daughter. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Even the scene at the end really wasn't redeemable to me.
It wasn't.
The scene with him and JJ are on the roof, and they're, he's like, "What are you gonna do, ground me?" He was like, "No, you're my baby, and I love you." Like, no, nigga, like, no, you was not fucking with her the whole episode, and she come to save your ass, and now you fuck with her.
There you go. That's my biggest. Well, no, that's my second biggest issue. My first is this girl steps out of this machine. It could only She comes out of this machine as a whole nother person visually. I get the initial shock. I even get asking questions. But you can't now, a year and 5 episodes later, be like, this could be anybody. I work with the Justice League. No, you can't bring that up now. You can't name drop these folks because out of all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff in Freeland and everything that has had you whipping folks with lightning whips and fighting without the suit on and all this one thing about your daughter, this one thing that we can, if we're going to track continuity and we're going to track tangible things, you saw her go to the ionosphere, you absorbed her into you, and you put her into this machine. Regardless,
it's like she's calling my name.
So you can overlook a lot of shit. You have been fighting in cages. You've been grieving over Henderson. You've been meeting up with Black Sean Shakur. You've been doing all this. But but God. No, but when it comes to your daughter, I don't care if she looked like a 4-year-old boy. It does not matter. You know this is your daughter. You know at least 99.9% this is your daughter. Yeah. And you write her off the whole episode. The entire episode. That was weird behavior. I can't. It's so much not him that this Olympic gold medalist, Black Jesus, the savior of the world of freedom, like he would do this. Man,
right. And that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
I thought that was just terrible. I thought that character. And this time I have to go with you on this. I think it was the writing on this one.
Yeah, because he's never acted like I'm mad. He never acted like.
Nope.
I got mad again, but no, he's never acted like that.
Nope.
He's never. Yeah, especially out of all the stuff that you've been through, and I felt like Lynn did a better job. I want to say as a parent, because I'm just the actress and the decisions that the show made for her overall. Because even with her, like, we can make jokes or whatever, but she's like, hey, you really can't go to the ionosphere anymore, that you're addicted to that. Like,
trust me, I know.
Yeah. And then even her, kind of making light of it, but like letting her, like, this is a cautionary tale. You alive, you a whole nother person, but you're alive. Like, I liked that. I feel like the show did that well. With Jefferson, like, how solid of an episode would this have been if he had to embrace her and just had a conversation like, you don't look like the little girl. I know I'm upset. I'm sorry if I'm acting different. I love you, but it doesn't.
You got to give me some time to get
used to it. There we go. And that would have been, then you get that last scene where she helps him and he's like, damn, this is my baby. I'm sorry. Like that whole running away from her, and that was
OTC to handle it.
Right, like my surrogate nephew can take care of this. Like,
right.
Get out of here.
Right. Lynn, you need to go out and sell your body real quick too, by the way.
That too. Like, you have been harping on her forever and a day about you a drug addict. And now
you wanted to take crack.
Man,
you went from being mad to like, I won't take that crack. It's fine. It's okay.
I mean, they kind of slowly get me on Lynn's side, like with this episode, because like they just set her up to be the better character, and it didn't have to be. They both could have been good, because even that conversation could have been both of them figuring out, hey, this might be the only way we can do this. I don't want to risk your sobriety, but if we like, this could have been a conversation that they had, not no. Get out on there and do what you do, baby.
Yeah, go out there and sell your body to the street. Come on back out to the street where you belong, baby.
Okay. I'm in charge, D. I'm in charge. No, but it's I'm gonna tell you right now, he's my least favorite. He's my least favorite.
I'm in charge, D. What else do I have? I don't really have anything else on the bad side, man. We went over everything. I can't wait to buy JJ's jersey though. When she get in the WNBA, I get one of them jerseys. She gonna get them out of. She gonna get them out of them Freeland streets, out of the mean streets of Freeland with her. I can't dunk on Anissa too.
You need to grow up. Yeah, I do, but I do like how they also addressed her height. Lynn was like, "Man, you're okay." This is my favorite scene moment when she said, "Hey, you're really tall," and JJ was like, "Well, is that bad?" She said, "No, it's just more of you to love." That's very kind of corny, but at the same time, that was really that collectively Lynn has really stood out this episode in a way that she hasn't in like 3 seasons. So
just wait till she get back on crack, though. It'll be fine.
Right. A month gone by, she's overdue. So yeah, so I do like that.
Before we do all the other stuff, how do you I shouldn't even ask, but
come on.
How do you feel about the preview for Painkiller, the new Painkiller show coming up, the backdoor pilot at the mid-season finale?
I feel like it's shitty. Because because out of all of these episodes we've gotten for this whole season, this show hasn't been consistent the way they have been for other seasons. And I don't know if it's like budget or whatever, or trying to keep stuff from us, but you haven't given us a next time on. You haven't given us a lot of the fanfare that they've gotten us before. But that's because we got 12 weeks before the next episode. In season 5 of Black Lightning in about a month. Now, so I'm excited to see Khalil because I want to see what does the backdoor pilot look like for this show. But at the same time, it's like you did that because you're gone for 3 weeks. You don't even tell us this is the mid-season finale.
Got to get ready.
You don't give us anything.
We got to get ready for the new Painkiller show coming up. Season.
I feel like we're in like this toxic relationship where we constantly being lied to, but we show up for date night every Tuesday, Monday.
We got no choice. I mean, we have no choice.
And stuff. Like it's like, come on, man.
We have no choice. We have no choice.
So I mean, but I like the trailer. I'm interested to see what are you going to give us that we haven't already gotten. But I was like, man, I should have known something was up when they gave us that trailer. Like, no, I'm sitting there thinking next week. No, man. Finale. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do comments first and then go to our favorites and least favorites?
Oh yeah, that's cool. So let's see what we got. All right. We got a few things. We got Tracy Lee. Hey, Tracy Lee, what's going on?
Hey, Tracy Lee.
What's going on? Let's see. We got, of course, Miss Empress. Lord, what the hell? Talking about this show. Yeah, she ain't fanning it. Is that her sister? JJ? Oh.
Just sister. You like one of them McLean girls, though.
And I was thinking, like, why wouldn't they? I know it wouldn't have.
She looked like one of the older sisters.
I'll say a recast with one of them. I know they wasn't gonna do it, but since I take over, I'll take that check. Let's see. Tracy Lee says she did do a good job. I'm assuming she's referring to Lauren. What's her last name?
Lauren. Wait. If you are, don't be black.
No. I thought I wrote it down.
No, it's karaoke.
Lauren Karaoke.
Or
karaoke. Okay, I
practiced that like several times.
Hey, fam, you see, I just butchered it. I'm sorry, Lauren. Let's see. So Anthony said earlier, why did she come back as a toaster? Like, that's not organic matter, man. It's not organic. No, dinosaur maybe, but not a toaster.
Or a WNBA player. I can't wait to see her hoop next year.
Man, okay. So Tracy Lee says they don't care about the show anymore. Yeah, it feels that way. Correct. It feels that way. It feels like they've had a few maybe storylines they thought of in the writers' room. Was like, man, make it all. Let's do it all.
It's the last season. Why not?
Big Mama gonna win the lottery. Like it's just
not lottery ticket.
Big Mama, your leg. No. So Anthony says they clearly don't care about the fans because they haven't been listening to you guys critique since season 1. Yes. I mean, and I can't. As great as we are, I cannot sit here and assume that other Black Lightning podcasts have not felt the same way. Like, there's no way that we've gone 4 seasons and we are the only podcast that's like, man, y'all can do better.
I think we might be, though.
Really?
I don't know. I don't listen to other Black Lightning podcasts, but maybe I should. Maybe I should find out.
We'll see. What else? Okay, there we go. Now, Anthony also says Tobias is only going to be mayor for half of an episode. They're going to immediately dethrone him because they're going to find out he was the bad guy the whole time. I can see that.
I mean, they come 8 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. This season is too short. You know, he gonna come back episode. Khalil is gonna dethrone. That's the pilot right there. Khalil takes down Tobias. Yeah. I don't know. So Tracy Lee says, I knew Tobias was running for mayor when they killed Billy Black. Yeah. That was a good little indicator because he did.
I called it from the very beginning. I said, Black Lex Luthor. Keep an eye out on him.
Yeah, you did say that. Let's see. What does Tracy Lee also says? Tobias needs to go to Pain get a spinoff. How do you feel about that, Cole? If Tobias migrated to be either the big bad or just a character over there?
I think that they need to reach into the Black Lightning Road Gallery and get somebody else. We've got 3 seasons of Tobias.
So you wouldn't even randomly.
If he popped up, yes, but him being the big bad, like this has been one of my complaints for Black Lightning for a while. Road Gallery, build up his Road Gallery and give him different big bads to go off of. And if you want to make Tobias the overarching bad guy, then that's cool. But I just don't. I love Krognan as Tobias but I think it's time that we retired him a little bit and let Krognan do some other acting somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you, but I also think that they have built up Black Lightning's Rogues Gallery. My issue is I think the execution, because when you got Negro Nightcrawler, when you have Cutter, when you got Lala, and I'm sure there's others I'm just not remembering, but when you have all these characters that you've brought into this show, and they seem to just kind of go by the wayside. So, Tobias has that staying power. Yeah, but like you, I wish he was more of a background. Like this mayor stuff, I wish this had happened in season 2 or 3. And that would take him off the board, keep him in the background, and have other people.
He could be the invisible hand.
Yeah. It feels like they're trying to make Destiny and Lala the 2 big bads. And it's like, but y'all haven't earned this. You haven't done the work, especially with Destiny. So, I don't know. So, Tracy Lee also says TC and Gamby are good characters. Honestly, I think hands down they're some of the best, especially with this season. Let's see. Social Introvert TV. Boycott Painkiller. He says, boycott Painkiller's tight suit. Man's looking like an extra from a skateboard movie. Now, look. I want to be with y'all, but I ain't boycotting.
Come on, man. Boycott the tight suit, man.
Nope. y'all on with that one, but yeah. So,
man.
Tracy Lee says Gamby's storyline has been the better part of the season. Yeah. I think that's a good. The consensus is he has been keeping it together, and. Again, agreeing with me, Tracy says Lauren and Gamby are playing one another. I think they are. I think Lauren's playing him as well.
But somebody still giving up the booty.
They both is. Tracy Lee says, feel pissed like I am. I didn't like the reference. Breonna Taylor's death just came up on a year showing it triggered me. I agree. Now, I don't always have the language to kind of describe some of this, but I think that accurately kind of gets my point across. That was very intense. It has been just a year, and sure, there's been other events, but you have highlighted this one to copy and paste into your episode in a way that even visually, it was a lot going on. It'd be one thing to kind of play out what happened and do it in a way that makes it feel in show and like make it make sense, but this was like they went heavy. They went from 0 to 100.
It was tactical, man.
Yeah, so I'm with you, Tracy.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I'm with you too, Tracy. They tacked it on, and I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, they could have kept that. Tracy Lee also continues, Lala is one of my favorites too. Yes. When he was dipped in concrete, I couldn't help but think of MLK statue. Oh, I didn't even think of that. MLK statue in DC, and it felt disrespectful. I want my Jill Scott back. Destiny is a fill-in. Yes.
We all want our Jill Scott back.
So you want your Jill. Okay.
I want that Jill Scott back.
I agree. And
that's Jill Scott back. If you're listening, Jill, I'm still single and I'm ready for you. I am a love slave.
This nigga.
Better call Tyrone.
Yeah. Okay. But no, I'm with you, Tracy. I didn't even think of that. Considering Black Lightning is shot in Atlanta, I'm sure that was not just a coincidence.
Yeah,
I would imagine. And yeah, so that was intense. Anthony says Lala was a much better character when you played Mike on that guy. Oh. So for those of you watching who may not be aware, there is a network called Black and Sexy TV. They started off doing web series back in like the early 2000s, maybe 2011, 9 or 11, excuse me. And they had a show called That Guy, which Lala played Mike Judah in what is Janine's was it Janine?
I think I'm not 100%.
Black and Sexy TV. Look into them. That's where a lot of, because Batwoman, those of you who are watching Batwoman, Javicia and Nicole, she is from Black and Sexy TV as well. Like they pumped out some greats, man. And Mike. Lala is one of them. He was when I tell you that was my show. So Anthony also
on YouTube.
Yeah, some of their episodes I believe may be, but they've migrated over to their own streaming platform. And they have a lot of good content. Last I watched them, it probably was like maybe a year and a half or so ago. I do want to go back and revisit, but I think that it's quality. And I'm sure they would have videos on YouTube at the very least to get you interested to migrate to their streaming platform. So please look up Black and Sexy TV because it's Black and Sexy, baby. Yes. That's their tagline. I'm a fan. So Anthony says the Breonna Taylor situation was out of place, very unnecessary. Did they prove that injustices won't happen if Black Lightning exists? Yeah, that's another thing. You teeter in that line of like, yes, art imitates life and vice versa and whatnot, but what is the end goal? They
didn't prove nothing to me. Honestly, I think it was just tacked on, and it just didn't. It just didn't play well. It just didn't play well.
Yeah. I'm with you. Tracy, you like this call. Tracy Lee says, Anissa has no storyline this season.
She ain't got a lot of nothing.
They kind of just her and Grace are living the most dysfunctional, out of continuity life.
That kissing on her neck, the uncomfortableness that she had in her face when that girl was kissing on her neck was priceless. Yeah. She was just like, I don't know how far this is going.
Like,
she's like, come on. She's like, come on, baby. Let's take this to the bedroom, baby. No.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, depends which one I can get you up out of them clothes fast. I'm like, but y'all don't even like. Grace, you have nothing to do but have sex with Anissa and be disrespected by Anissa.
Brought up groceries?
With Anissa's money. No. They're married. They share money. No, but yeah, that was a lot. Anthony says Anissa is bland and a try hard. She don't fit in. She seems to be the vessel of trendy topics and wokeness, and it fails every time. That is a good.
That is a damn good point.
Yeah. That I think so. She's the sex siren. She's the beautiful queer person. She's the entry level character for like intersectionality, all of that. And I think
she checks off boxes. She basically checks off boxes.
Yeah, I agree. Good. Yeah, Anthony. That's hats off. Tracy says Anissa and Grace don't have chemistry. Yep, you said it. They do.
Blind man, you see that. I'm a blind man. I see that.
Just do. Anthony says the kissing scene might have been weird because of whatever CW allows two women to do on primetime TV.
No, it's weird because it is consistently weird. It has always been weird.
It could be weird, but I feel like now this is where I have to say it's on the actors, because even if CW says, you can only kiss, the old school where they would kiss and it would be like the person's head is kind of in your neck in a way, you could still do some playing around like that, but no, these kiss scenes be kind of
her anytime she has any type of intimate scenes with Grace, it is very going back to just a few seasons ago, just everything has always been awkward between them.
Yeah, I don't know
because my leopard sense told me that.
Man, okay. Jefferson, Tracy Lee says Jefferson has not been himself the entire season. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like you said, a blind man.
He's shooting bad right now.
This show is amateur hour. The writing is piss poor. They don't know what they're doing. They're throwing darts just to see what sticks, just to get through the season. This show is horrible.
I can't disagree. We've only had one show that we've liked, and that was the first episode.
So I like what was it, the third one? Whatever, like the first fast-paced one. That was,
that was last week, wasn't it?
Was it? Was that episode 12? I don't know. For me, it's really frustrating. In this comment, I'm not disagreeing. It's frustrating to me because I started off, and I've said it time and time again, I'm going to say it again, watching Riverdale and reviewing that. And Riverdale has some of the same issues that Black Lightning has, and yet they get renewed over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's still just this random 22 episodes.
These abs?
That's not, if that's the case, Anissa's sex appeal should be enough to carry this into no, like I'm saying,
she's lame. She's super lame, bro.
Man, lame. But if we're gonna be held up to the same standards, I would really like to know, is it the viewership? Why is Riverdale constantly being renewed? And the same issues we have with Black Lightning will be the same exact issues I've had with Riverdale from season 2, and they're on like 5 or 6 at this point. So I can't wait for Anthony says I can't wait for the Snyder cut of version of Black Lightning. I mean,
the Robert Townsend cut.
I mean, Meteor Man might show up,
Meteor Man.
I just look, hey. Who? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Y'all have been a very vocal bunch. We do appreciate that. So let's move on to the end of mid-season. Who's your favorite character, Kojak?
For this episode?
Yes.
JJ.
Oh, okay.
I got to give it to her. I think she did a very good job as being the new person on the team, or the new person on the show. I think she killed her scenes. I didn't even get to talk about the painkiller clothes, though. I should have talked about that. But
no, she's my favorite too. So go ahead. She's my favorite as well.
I mean, I don't know how they fit her in the not painkiller, the Blackbird clothes, and she's like 6'2". And no, she's about taller than Jefferson. She's 6'5". And
that's why I say, man, I feel like it would have been a much better explanation to say, love for her father or being reconstituted and using his DNA. Now she looks more like him. Like that's clear to the point. But
I just need a game of 21. I just need to, so they can prove her skills. She needs to play Jefferson in 21 and dunk on him, and I'm good.
Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Anthony says, and this is sex appeal. Where is it? Where that? She's a beautiful young lady.
Rain, get up. Who is your favorite character? Stop.
JJ was my favorite. That's what I say. Like, yeah, I think she did a good job. I like the awkward niece daughter JJ Jennifer scene. I did like that. I truly enjoyed watching her, and I hope that she, continues on, keep getting that check. So
I mean, this is the last season.
It's the last episode. Mm-hmm. Who's your least favorite?
Jefferson Black Lightning Pierce Black ass Negro.
Okay.
He was horrible. He was horrible. There's nothing else I need to say about this. He was pimping his wife. He couldn't stand his youngest daughter, even though that was her. Yeah. He's just a horrible character, and it kills me because that's coming off of last week, which he was my favorite character of the episode last week.
I mean, yeah.
How do you go from hero to zero that fast?
Hero to zero, just like that. Yeah, he's mine as well, and mainly because his love is conditional. Out of all the shit you put Jennifer through, you couldn't give her a little bit of grace, no leopard sense for like a little. Yeah, he's my least favorite too, man.
Yeah.
What? So with that being said, what you rating it? What you 5 lightning strikes?
Normal 2. I give it a 2. And the only reason why it's getting 2 this week is because I think. So what saved this episode for me this week was I really am into Gammy Storyline. I think bringing in JJ was very, very good. And Tobias running for mayor. Those are the 3 things that really stuck out to me. But everything else was trash, and I have to just give it 2 lightning bolts.
Okay, well, we have been. What is this? A draw? Because everything has been the same. It's a 2 for me.
Well, you usually be like it's a 2.5.
Yeah, and I would have done that, but when I was watching it, even through our conversation, I'm like, there was. I can't even consider Gamby because, like I've said before, I feel like this show is like 3 different shows mashed together, and Jefferson's behavior really took this down a few notches. Anissa and Grace, I don't know what this is anymore because it feels like if we cut out all their scenes, nothing changes. Nothing of substance changes.
No.
Like, even if they, I don't know, it's nothing about the show changes. Give me more TC and give me less of Anissa and Grace. So yeah, I'm going with a solid 2. I can't. Listeners, y'all listening, let us know in the comments. Let us know on Twitter. Let us know on YouTube. Like, what do you rate this? If it out of 5 lightning strikes, what do you rate this? Let us know. So, what we got, man? You got any final thoughts or what's up?
Hopefully, Randy and I are actually in talks of figuring out what we're gonna bring something to you between the time of the
in the next
finale and the next one coming up. So we just got to figure it out, but we'll make sure we'll promote it when we ready to figure out what we're gonna do.
Definitely.
This is a shitty mid-season finale.
Look at it. Look at this dude. I think -5 lightning strike. Well,
this mid-season, we didn't even know it was mid-season finale. They're just doing everything wrong, and I think we just gonna have to put up with it until the show goes off the air.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I called it with I didn't really call it because I feel like I read it somewhere. But Painkillers backdoor pilot being the 7th episode, so at least that's consistent. I'm interested to see how do we come out of that. Does it affect the entire show, or is it just hey, let me pop in, say what's up, and then move on?
That's basically what's gonna happen.
Oh,
I got a tight suit on. I hate you so much. Guys, make sure you join us every Monday night. Throughout the episode, we live tweet. We have some of the most fire live tweet going on. It's great. Fuck with us. We are lit on Twitter. So make sure you get with us on Twitter when we do the live tweets. 1 strike. I hated the episode. I hate to see the guy.
Tracy Lee, she gave it one lightning strike. All right. I mean, that's fair.
Oh my God.
That's fair.
We usually better shows on YouTube. Why didn't they use the show to spin off into Static Shock?
Hey,
they don't want to. Okay, because we're running out of time. I like y'all's comments, but we run out of time. Look, real quick, if they mess up the Milestone universe, you can forget me ever watching anything DC again. You cannot mess up the Milestone. I'm being honest. Milestone universe means a lot to me. I have Icon number 1. I literally have the first issue of Icon. That Milestone universe is something that is near and dear to my heart. And if they mess that up, I can't. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't think this. I think had this season had this show, have had a solid, consistent, even if it went down in quality a bit, if it had been a consistent, cohesive story that made sense, maybe you could spin out of there. But I don't see that being the case. I don't even know where they would film. Static Shock? Would that be, like, it would be nice to have him have some ties to Black Lightning, but the way they're treating this like a redhead stepchild, man, I don't
do it.
I don't see that.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, man, we here, so let these folks know where to find you, support you, and
so if you guys want to get at me, you can get me on Twitter at ColeJackson12, or you can most definitely get on me right here on Instagram at ColeJackson_BYK. You can also listen to me and my friend. I can't. Well, I'll call him Shogun for the time being. I don't know what to call him, but we have a podcast that comes out as part of the BYK Radio Podcast Network. This great family of podcasts.
Hey.
We're the government name podcast. We come out every Tuesday. Checks and balances, social commentary. Just make sure you guys give us a listen on all major DSPs.
Yes. That link will be in the show notes, so you have no excuse, listeners. Those of you on YouTube, check down below the video. Those of you listening in podcast form, check the show notes. And of course, you can find me, Twitter, Carefree Blurred, Carefree Black Nerd, everywhere else. Same as before. Download the podcast everywhere you get your podcast. And if you don't get your podcast, then get your pod ass on somewhere. No. No. You can also email me at carefreeblacknerd@gmail.com. If maybe you got a little bit more to say, you got an audio voice note, you want to get some thoughts off your chest, and you don't want to do it on the timeline, I completely understand. And thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining in with us. This has been the mid-season finale, but remember, Cole and I will hit you up with a little bit more Black Lightning content in between this next month that we're off from this season. So we're going to end the episode with a very interesting scene that I think you guys might enjoy. So this is technically the end. So till next time, stay carefree, stay nerdy, stay geeky, and stay out of Freeland.
Stay out of a baggy ninja suit.
Yeah. Stay out of that too. Yes, and stay away from concrete when you're fighting, because
I got a pipe, man.
There's a great day in Freeland. For far too long, gangs and vigilantes have run unchecked in our city. But no more. Thanks to the tireless efforts of the good people at Monte Vista International, we now have a means of fighting back. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the newest weapon in our war for our streets, the next generation DEG. Now, as a part of my donation to the Freeland Police Department, every man and woman in uniform will receive one of these fine directed energy guns. I'm making it my mission to clean up our streets and continue the rebuilding effort started by my good friend, the late, great Billy Black. Which is why I, Tobias Whale, am proud to announce I'll be running for mayor